Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Living Large. It's as usual, it's been a while and I have been busy. Flattened this place out, brought it down to sea level, make half slabs so monsters don't spawn, and today we got another redstone project to do. Some awesome redstone to do. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to a guy named Impulse CV. I put a link to him in the comments section or in the description below this video because he's kind of awesome. And every time I watch one of his videos, I get inspired to build something awesome. Like, hey, I wish I had that in my world. I want that. Also, I got my backpack mod on. I got this new damage indicators mod on. I got tons of animals to protect me because since my mob spawner is going at full blast, mobs are spawning everywhere. Anyway, today we're going to build a new potion maker. Now, it's not going to totally replace the one I have. I'm just going to go get some more blocks here. It's not going to totally replace... Whoa, I fell through the bottom there. That was weird. Damn portal. Yeah, it's not going to totally replace this one. Because this one is nice, except that it doesn't make them automatically. Like, if you want, every time you want to make potions, you have to hit a couple buttons, wait 20 seconds or a minute, take your potions out, switch the lever, hit 3 buttons, wait them out. I wanted a potion maker where you can just hit a button, fill it up with, like, 3 stacks of ingredients, maybe a stack. Oh, I need this actually. Give it a stack of this, a stack of melons, a stack of whatever. Hit a lever to turn on, and it just keeps making potions until it runs out of ingredients. That's the kind of thing I want. So, and recently, Etho's LP, Etho's Lab, it's kind of a big deal. He made a potion maker in his single player world, and he's also making one on the server, on the Mind to Crack server. So that inspired me to build that. So this design is totally his design, not mine, because I've been very creative. But anyway, let's get going on it right away. Now, the basic idea of this is pretty much similar to what I have in my original spawner. The idea that, if we want... Oh, where's my blocks? When you have bottles in a potion, and you have your hoppers connected to it, any hoppers that are below it are going to be constantly trying to suck out any bottles in here. So anytime you have a bottle in your inventory, the hopper down here will just be sucked out. So okay, well, we just need some redstone in there to turn it off. So if we power that with redstone, that's going to turn off. Then we also need a hopper in here to feed the bottles in, because the hopper from the top, actually let me go to this to stairway up. The hopper from the top is going to feed in your regular ingredients. As you can see, dumps them in. That's perfect. This can stack up, not a problem. Yeah, so we just need some redstone to toggle that on and off. And one of the many neat tricks that he uses, he has lots of cool things, but one of the tricks he uses is that the redstone torch doesn't have to be pointing right at the block for it to affect it. So even if I put something in here, this redstone torch is still affecting that, which is exactly what I wanted. Hold it. I had this wrong. I went off to get some glass to make some bottles, and then realized I had this set up slightly wrong. What we actually want to do is use these blocks here. There we go. So the torch powers this block. So now this hopper on the left, we gotta do some more of this. This one here, let's fill it up. Oh, gotta put water in it first. There we go. Now that's gonna not send anything there because it's getting power. There, perfect. So that can't send any in. But if we put, say, a chest down here, actually we'll use droppers, which I'll get into why we're using droppers into this chest in a moment. Use droppers here. they act like a chest. They just spit things out when they get a signal. So now this hopper is unpowered, so it just shoots anything and it gets right through. There we go. But now if we send power to this block, it'll switch it around. It's exactly what we want. So now we want to extend this idea by, as I said, using droppers. Now, this brewing stand is only going to have one ingredient at a time, and we'll just have a separate brewing stand for each ingredient, and we want to send these potions down a straight line, where every time they hit the brewing stand, they'll get a new ingredient, and then they'll be sent to the next one. So we could just set it up regularly, but you can see the potions, they kind of start up here, and then they eventually go down. So we need these droppers to send them back into a chest, which I don't have any wood, but if we put a chest here, it would go straight across here. Then we could put a brewing stand right beside it, and then you just keep going down the line. So let me do the next batch for improvements on this, and then show you how it works. Actually, let's take a nap so we don't get swarmed by creepers. I think I still set this on hard, yeah. It's been a while since I played this. Here we go. Based on this project, some things I need to make are a blaze rod farm for my blaze spawners in the nether, as well as another wart farm, because I don't really have either. And my supply of... oh, I'm breaking my ice and everything under my road. Yeah, my supply of blaze rod is quite limited, and it's a pain to go over and get them every time. So, and my nether wart, again, isn't really set up for an automated farm system. So those are some things that I need to work on eventually. I'm aware of that, which is great. I need more projects to work on, because the wall and the building are cool, but they're repetitive and boring. I don't want to make too many videos about just that kind of stuff. But anyway, if we put this up here, you can see this is where Etho started to get it laid out where you'd be able to repeat it. So now you can do the same thing here. Another hopper on top. And you can see now the whole pattern will repeat again, which is exactly what you want. You can just go around and keep going and going and going. Okay, so the next thing Etho did is pull this back and used repeaters here. So as you can see, this line is going to come in, and this line is going to toggle on and off between the two hoppers. So right now, when that's on, this bottom one is blocked, so it can't suck any bottles out. This is a tape. We want it turned on when it's brewing, which makes sense. So we're waiting for those things to brew. You know, this is turning them into awkward potions, which is perfect. Then we want to flip that over, so it sucks them out. Which, when it's sucking them out, we don't want any new ones coming in. Otherwise, empty regular water bottles will come in. These are actually supposed to be down here in the wrong spot. Yeah, but no empty bottles can go sucked in. Otherwise, they'll go all the way through. Then we flick it back, and now it's in brew mode. The bottles can come in. They're going to brew, but they can't get sucked out because we have to wait for them to brew. Now, this line on top, we don't want it to be affected at all by that line down there. Because these droppers down here, you can see the finished potions, the finished products get put here in this dropper. It's kind of like a chest, but it doesn't spit items in its direction automatically. You have to give it a pulse to send one item. So one button push or one pulse sends one item up. So we have to give it 3 pulses to put it up 3 items. And that's what this line above is for. So if this red zone dust is powered, it'll hit the repeater and go into actually both of them, which is what we want. We also want a repeater right here, because there's a torch underneath powering that block, and that block sends power across to the repeater pulling it out of the block. That means if there's a dust here, the dust will pull power from below, but the repeater does not. So if that's up here, then this line, which is working on the hoppers, is also going to power this line, which we don't want it to do. We want them to be totally separate. And that's why Ethu put this up here. He briefly mentioned it in the video, but he didn't explain it super thoroughly. So I figured I would say that a bit more clearly. But now, every time this gets a pulse, let's make sure I have it right with the lever. So right now there's 5 in there. So if we flick that on and off, actually if we flick it on, 1 gets sucked out. Perfect. Now there's 4 left. There's 1 in there. If we turn it off, I think turning it off doesn't do anything. Great. So 1. So if we flick this on and off a bunch of times, it should empty those all out. In a real case, we'll only have to hit it 3 times to pull the potions out. So we'll brew 3 potions. This will get switched. It'll move 3 potions up here. And from here, you can see they're already getting sucked down into the system, and they're going all the way through and ending up here, because we don't have the redstone for these set up yet. But I have the structure all built. So this is the first thing. Just I built the setup down 3 times. Because for a basic level potion, you want... I got ingredients in my backpack, which is great. So for example here, I would do fire resist, for example. So I do nether wart, magma cream, and then... yeah, redstone to make it fire resist and make it last longer. This is what I want for fire resist. And that'll be the basic setup. So if I can get this working, then... Well, what Ether did is he built a whole bunch of these, 1 for each type of potion, almost. I'll be happy with just 1, because right now I don't have a lot of ingredients. Okay, let's move on to the next step. I'll just hook up the next 3 all together, and then after that we'll have to figure out how to make these 2 lines work without having to manually push the levers. But first, it looks like I ran out of repeaters, unfortunately. Brought comparators, but that's not going to help me at all. And I need smooth stone. Yeah, let me go fetch all that good stuff. Let me just say, I love having these portals around. It's so much more convenient. And I think earlier I put a few stacks of cobble in my automatic brewing station. I think it made it through. Oh yeah, we got tons of cobble. Ooh, do I have any food on me? I always forget to... I always end up dumping my food in... Oh no, there it is. I got my food. Okay, good. That's what we want. I need some more wood too. I'm so... Sometimes in this game I feel so rich, other times I feel so broke. You know, I had a few people comment lately that said, hey, you should show more building and edit a little bit less. So maybe I'll just show how I'm doing this. I actually built it and took it apart again. So I just lay out the repeaters all along the way after putting blocks in the right patterns. So, you know, up, down, up, down, up. Make sure the bottom one is up 1 tick. And then I go back here, and this is where it could get a little bit confusing, I suppose. Because now... How do we hook this up the same as this? Well, we need a block behind the repeater, so the repeater can suck power. Where did that other block go? Oh, that block must have gone on top of the repeater. We don't want that. I don't know how that happened. There we go. How did that happen? Oh, I was putting a block on top of the repeater by clicking the repeater. I should have just put it down here. There we go. And then we need a torch on the left. We know that. And then, oh, we don't want the torch affecting this block, so we need even more repeaters down here and here. Yep. There we go. Alright, now we need this lever, which will eventually be something a bit more fancy. Man, a good thing I didn't build this 1 level lower, because we're right at the ground level now. There we go. Now, then we hit this lever up to all these guys. Just like so. Again, stone brick. Could be anything you like. It's just a placeholder I like to use. There we go. Now, all the hoppers are in the same state. And it's getting dark again. Man, that record didn't last long. I thought I just put it on. Okay, no creepers, no creepers. I think I have enough cast around that the creepers aren't going to hurt anything. I like to always, wherever I go, bring a few animals with me. As you can see. Okay, I think we're safe. Yeah, so all of these guys are the same. The bottom ones are blocked. And then when I switch it off, they all swap out. And now these top ones are on. Perfect. Now, to do what I said before of how to hook up the... We've got the main part of it built. And we could start brewing potions now. We could, you know, use these 2 levers to do it. But we'd have to flick this 3 times for every round of ingredients we use. So let's set up something a little bit more intelligent. Again, straight from Ethos Lab. Alright, can you guess how we're going to make this? You probably know if you've seen Ethos' video. Or maybe not, because I watched this video a few times and I was still like, wait, how does that work? Well, first, we're going to make a couple pistons. 2 pistons to be exact. So, there we go. I used to always forget this recipe. I would mix up the redstone and the iron. There we go. 2 pistons. We need a block of redstone. For the rest of this we can convert. And the signs are so we don't get confused, because I do that a lot. So this line coming down here goes to the hopper, the alternating hopper lines. So let me follow that down. We're going to put it underneath. There. Alternate. So that turns the bottle movement on and off. This line up to the top. Oh wait, see I mixed it up already. This line go to the top, go up the top. No, I was right. Yeah, because this does nothing, this does nothing. This one powers this. So this line powers the droppers. So yes, that's correct. Okay. That's exactly what we want to do with our. So we're going to do basically a piston timer. Over there on our iron golem farm, we had a piston timer to turn on and off pistons that are crushing the golems. So it's the same setup here. I just have to find some. Oh no, I don't think I need to make them sticky. I think it's fine just like this. Let me double check that. I knew I brought these comparators for a reason. That's awesome. So for those who don't remember or aren't sure, oh, this low ceiling is gonna bug me. To make a hopper timer, you just get 2 hoppers facing each other, so they're both trying to both feed each other, and then you have a comparator coming out of them, which outputs a signal depending on if the hopper is full or empty. You can see, you know, only one of them is, but this one's being blocked from spitting anything out from that redstone block. So this one can't do anything, and this one can. And then we make the signal turn the corner here. Oop, I never put any redstone under, like that. There we go. So now it's flowing. This one can flow, this one can't. It'll go over. And there should be exactly 56 dirt blocks in there, because that makes it 20 seconds. And each time you brew a batch of potions, it's about 20 seconds. There, it switched over. That did not. Let's toggle it back the other way. Maybe it does have to be sticky potion. Okay, maybe it does have to be a sticky piston, because this. Yeah, this didn't quite work. They're supposed to both push and pull at the same time, but you can see this one pulled back first, and this one didn't push by that time because it was too late. But that's how it works. And that's how we get it to go on, and then first for a while, and then off for a while. As you can see, oh no, our output is here. Or it could be there as well. So it's on for a while, and then it's off for a while when the block moves over. Good thing I have a portal right to my base with my slime farm over there, which is in an awkward spot. And I think I have some stocked up anyway. Man, as organized as this place is, it's actually kind of a mess. Okay, I got it working now. And what I should do is that I don't want any more dirt falling in there or any other items because that'll mess up my timing. So I'm going to block this off. So hopefully that means if I surround these hoppers enough that it'll be protected from not just creepers but from me breaking blocks and having extra stuff fall into those hoppers. There we go. We got the on-off switch going. So the on-off switch goes to this alternating hoppers. That's what we need. Turns on for a while. See, it stays on, lets them brew, turns off, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, I've got it figured out. Now this is a part of the video where I wasn't exactly sure what this was doing. So, Ethan's Lab, the guy who made this, he only spent about 20 or 30 seconds going over this whole underground part of it. So the hopper timers, I knew what they are. I've made them before. And even if you don't, you can look up a tutorial. You know, the 2 lines, that makes sense. And here it was like, okay, this is just, you know, a pulse extender with a, I forget what this is called. And he's like, okay, I have a timer here, and then I have a monostable circuit and a pulse extender, and that just makes it blink 4 times. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And it makes sense now. The trick is, so this is a comparator here. After you place it, you have to place it this way. You also have to right-click it to turn it on to this second mode. Comparators have 2 modes. That's the part that was throwing me off for so long. And also these have to be set to 4. And these 2 blocks do not have pistons under them the way this does. So I have this disconnected so I can hit it with a torch. So let me show you what happens. So it's turned off now. Great. So when I turn it on, this pushes the piston up, but it sends a really short, quick pulse to the right, as well as this way. Right. Actually, let me just show you what happens here. So if this line is on, then this is just a blinking clock. I thought that lamp would demonstrate what it's doing, but I guess not. Okay, it's blinking too fast for the lamp to actually detect. I was hoping that would actually show it. But I guess the redstone dust is enough. So okay. So now I know what this does. So that's a clock. That makes sense. Of course, if it's in this second mode, it doesn't work that way. You have to have it in this mode. I forgot what the modes are called. So that part makes sense. If we go over here, now of course this sends it in 2 directions. It sends it over this way as well. So basically, when the signal goes straight through, it turns the clock on for a second. But the second signal comes in and turns the clock off. Kind of does that. So if you watch carefully, it'll blink exactly 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is what we need, in fact, for our droppers. Because if it toggles 3 times, that means... So when we start with, these bottom hoppers will have 3 potions in them, and the top will have 0. So if we toggle it 3 times, this will fire 3 times, putting 3 up here. This will fire 3 times, but there'll be 1 left, because it'll, when this fires the first time, send 1's up, and 1's left behind. So basically 1 will be left in here if we only fire it 3 times. You need to fire it 4 times to get the last one out of the top one. You know, because you send 1 up, then they both go, and that one goes. So that should have it all hooked up. The only missing part is we need to set up this clock, this blinker, to this line over here, which means I need to send it around the other way. I need to actually come down this way. Uh-oh, monsters are spawning. I worked well into the night again. We're gonna get creepers over there. I'm I'm guessing. Okay. So now we have to bring that line down, and then I need to give it a test run before we end the episode. Anything spawn out here? Any zombies burning? Oh, there's a spider. I see a spider and a burning zombie. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get this working. Okay, here we're gonna test run of it hooked up. So we have 3 on the bottom and 0 here. So that's good. So the next time it switches over, these were just here from before. So after that clock over there sends out its 4 pulses, this should send all 3 through here and also to the chest. Let's see if that part works now. There we go. I only heard 2 clicks. Oh yeah, it's only getting 2 clicks. Okay, something is off. Something is definitely off. Yeah, I was being a dum-dum. So this line has to end here. Of course, we need to pull this off of where the actual blinking is taking place, which is right there. That should have been obvious. Yeah, so this blinking, as I so eloquently put it, that's where this redstone needs to come from, not here. This line only exists to pull the signal out of here, loop around, and turn that off again. So I go this way. There we go. Go straight into there, into that. I don't know that we'll need a repeater here to boost the signal, but just in case. And I have this disconnected, so we can do another test, a manual test. Okay, so how many potions do we have? Let me empty these all out. Okay, 0, 0, 4. So this will test that exactly 3 of these will be put at the top, and then this one should be empty, and there should be 3 in the chest. Okay, so we set that off. Bam. 4 ticks go through. Oh crap! I think I toggled it once more. But anyway, this is empty, so all 3 went. It looks like. And then I think my redstone torch placement just accidentally put in another one. Let me just try that. So there's 4 in there. 4. And then we go bang. And then it should put up exactly 3. Oh yeah, it needs to fire 4 times. That's right. So it fires 4 times. It shoots 4 potions up. One's gets left behind here, which is fine. The bottom line is that 3 potions are here, which is great because now we always want 3 potions ready to brew at the very least. So after these ones brew, we always know every time this fires, 3 get moved from here to here. And if you have a bonus one in here, great. It shouldn't be there anyway. There shouldn't be 4 in here. It should be 3 or maybe 6. So that's perfect. That's what we want to happen. Now to just empty all this out and give it a test run and make sure we get some actual productive potions out of it. Well, I'll have to end the episode here, even if it doesn't work. And I'm pretty sure it is. Oops, I failed that jump. Okay, so let me fill these up. So any water bottles we have will have to go in here, which I don't have enough of. Oh no, they go... Right, because these were in the wrong place. I remember, because I put these in here. There we go. I don't have an on-off switch for it yet, but water bottles are in there. And at some point, we'll have awkward potions in here from another brew. But right now, these are all empty. This has magma cream in it. Oh no, that's redstone. Magma cream. Perfect. Okay, and we should get these hoppers toggling off and on in order for the bottles to be sent through. We don't want that piece to be missing. No, that comes from here, from these. Oh, this part's broken. This redstone line. Oh, because I converted it away from repeaters to these flat things which aren't working anymore. Okay, I have time to fix this. It's an easy fix. See, this redstone doesn't send power to this thing. Now it's not toggling the hoppers over. It's easy enough to fix. Might as well show you that as well. So we tore that out. So all we need to do is move the line out one extra block sideways. And then remember, okay, where do we need to send the power? Oh, right here. That's where we need to send it to switch that torque on. Of course, we could come in from below. There's other ways to do this, but I just want to get this functional. We can always optimize later. There we go. So now we pull that all in. Hopefully our power reaches long enough. Let's put one here just in case. There, so it's off. Oh no, I want to finish it while it's off. There we go. Okay, so it's off. And I fell through the floor again. Okay, there we go. So nothing's brewing. Perfect. So after my clock switches over, there we go. This blinks once. We get 3 brewing. And hopefully none got sent through yet. Yep, only exactly 3. That's what we wanted, exactly 3. 3 are brewing in here. And this should be 3 or empty. I think I emptied these out. Right. Perfect. And these are ready to go. Yeah, and then it turned off. It sends them through. And this could be a little bit faster. I could be, because this 20 seconds of waiting could be used to brew, but it's just with a hopper timer. It's easier. The only way you can do it with a hopper timer is to have equal times on both sections. There we go, and it switches back. Now we have exactly 3 brewing. These 3 that were in here are now getting brewed. And do we have 3 completed ones in the droppers yet? We don't, not yet. It's hard to click into the bottom one there. Oh, I'm clicking the hopper, that's why. I can't get to the droppers from here. There we go. And what we don't want to happen is we don't want to have unfinished potions going through. Like if it clicks too early, then these potions won't get finished when they pass along, and that would be bad. That's why we put 56 blocks in the hopper. A couple extra wouldn't be too bad. A few less would break it all down, and these would still be awkward, for example. There, that toggles 4 times. So that sends all 3 of them up here. And then this one doesn't get powered, which is fine because it's just oh no, it does get powered, but that's okay. No, that's right. Yeah, awkward. And here, this is just because we're out of water bottles. Oh, we're not. Oh yeah, these are awkwards. They're in the wrong spot. They should be here. I think. No, wrong again, Bob. Yeah, they should go in here. Again, that's just because I didn't have them filled up. But as we can see, ooh, these don't belong here. I just didn't empty these out right from my half testing. And there we go. Oh, are these droppers hooked up to spit those out? Should be. Oh, I broke a piece of redstone dust. Well, that one's not critical. Well, I guess it is, because if this overflows, it has nowhere to go. So this is where our finished product should go. These are all awkward, so they go in this one. And we could add another layer if we wanted gunpowder or a poison, like a fermented spider eye to poison the potion. Okay, it worked. There's a zombie. I hear you. Where are you? Oh, and finally we see the damage indicators mod in action. And we see these are getting sent up slowly in batches of 3. Brilliant. So just like my reed farm that's always constantly churning product, my melon pumpkin farm is always generating, my iron golems that are always generating, now I can just put a bunch of ingredients, walk away, and I know it'll just keep making me potions. Now I need a better way to get gas tiers, because I want more of the wither of the beacons, which means I want more wither stars, which means I need more regeneration potions, which means I need more gas tiers. But I have a potion maker again. So thanks for watching. Hope that was informative and or entertaining, and I'll do more shoutouts in the future. So if you do Minecraft videos and I watch your stuff, like Sir Rosser, for example, I'll get to it. But just, I don't want to give you a shout out if you haven't made an episode in a few weeks. So put up a new episode. Anyway, that was off topic. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.